That's going to look forward to it. But, you know, it's tough for these guys because you get really nervous with this as you see those lights coming up. You don't want to be late. You don't want to mess it up because you haven't done this before. These guys are really nervous right at this time because they don't know exactly how much power to put on, how to let out the clutch, and they're going to have to do it exactly the right time, and they don't want to lose anything on this start. So it's going to be really good.
SCCA Pro Racing officials out on the course talking to the drivers, making sure all the cars are spotted correctly. You see that kind of box area marked in yellow at the nose of each of these cars. That's where you have to bring the front bumper, the cap of the car there, and you can't roll, the wheels can't turn. That's really the issue. Yeah,
when the lights come on, you can no longer move. And if you roll the car, and it's hard because this is a downhill straightaway. If you let your foot off the brake and just get the throttle ready and have your foot on the clutch, the car can roll forward without releasing the clutch at all. So they have to be careful with that and kind of rev the engine and hold the brake at the same time. Heart's pumping, ready to go. Rev the engine up, go.
There we go. We're underway with the Playboy Mazda MX5. It looks like a clean start. Nick Evans gets away to the early lead. He's the pole qualifier. Michael Cooper settles into second. There's Jesse Combs in the red machine, the cool gas car, on the outside for second spot.
Yeah, and it's interesting because you didn't get the draft going into one now, so it was how you launched the car. Good start, good run through one. I think that worked out really well myself. I think that they had a good run.
Sure. Our Mulcahy back there leaning on Justin Piscatell in the 89, yesterday's winner. Mulcahy in that yellow 11 car, the Bulldog Productions entry. But Nick Evans from Powell, Ohio, the Mazda Sparco Team MER entry, off to a great start.
Yeah, and he got a great start yesterday. He jumped a few positions at the start of the race, got up to second. Entering the straightaway on the first lap, the car wouldn't go into fifth gear, it wasn't there, and so he dropped back. So he has actually not much idea of what this car is going to do over a long period of time. So, you know, they don't know whether to save the tires for the heat, that the car's going to be good towards the end of the race, but hopefully they've got his car good because his car is very similar to Piscatell's.
Whoa, one car way wide and off one of the back markers. That's Tim Probert out of Houston, Texas, who had a good run here yesterday and a top 10 finish, brings the 26 car back onto the base. He just ran on a road.
Boy, he did. He's giving everybody a head start now. And it looks like, actually, he didn't look like he got pushed off too much there, so it must be he just carried a little too much speed on the outside line, got in the marbles, and it wouldn't turn.
So Tim Probert back up on the course, but he loses a lot of track position. Here's your race leader, young Nick Evans, in car number 28, our pole qualifier from Powell, Ohio.
And we got Cooper right behind him.
Wow.
Michael's just stepped right up to this deal. He's ready to win one again, and I think that we're going to see Justin Piscatell and some of the other guys still get up there, but right now those two seem to have a little bit of a handle on the field, and if they use their heads and don't get into a big fight right off where they're going to be slowing themselves down, and they just kind of line up and go, and I think we saw that from Cooper yesterday, using his head and saying, you know, we got to get away from Lionel Kent and these guys and just making the two-car race for the lead, and I think that's what we're going to see today.
You've got a 5-car freight train, 6-car freight train for position, back starting with Justin Piscatell, who's fourth now. A third-place car is Brad Rampelberg. There's Piscatell and Combs and Lionel Kent. You've got Aaron Mulcahy. Some of the big hitters in this series back there. Piscatell now the points leader, qualified only 6th. He's raced his way to 4th already.
Yeah, he showed how he knew how to pass here and get by some people, and I think those two guys are going to make the best shot they can and work together to get up to this lead because they need to get to the front and race with those other folks.
One of the things we saw yesterday from Michael Cooper, who runs second, and he and Piscatell got together at one point, and Cooper, a young driver, signaled ahead, let's draft, let's pull away from these guys. Seems like he's trying the same strategy here.
Well, you know, you don't see him trying to make this move, and as we've seen, he knows how to make the pass coming out. He took a really tight line there in turn 9. Coming into 10, they, you know, if he can get close to this guy and just draft him down the straight, he'd be in really good shape. But right now, he just wants to sit there and see if they can work their way away from the other folks.
Back with more of the Playboy Mazda MX5 Cup from New Jersey Motorsports Park in just a moment.